Look at that. You see that? Watch these waves. It's like the size of me. That's why I hate the ocean. Hate it. I hate the ocean. Hate the ocean. Let me explain the whole ocean thing. When I was in high school, my public speaking teacher gave us an assignment. It was a piece of paper that had a list of fears on it. And you had to rate the fears 1 to 10 of what you feared the most and then what you feared the least, obviously. I was the only kid that put the ocean and the fear of water above death. I know exactly why I hate the ocean. The ocean is scary. And you're probably thinking, everyone who has lived near the ocean, it's not that bad. You just got to get in there and you'll figure it out. I hate it when people say that. Why in the world do you want to go and live in California if you don't like the ocean? And I've had this question so many times. I didn't move to California because of the ocean. That's so dumb. And buddy, just the other night, I was watching Castaway with Tom Hanks, and I've never felt so much anxiety in my life watching that movie. And it was the part where, Wilson is on the raft and they're going through, the ocean, the water, the waves crashing down. And I'm just like, this is the scariest moment. I would be terrified because Tom Hanks is a pretty big guy. And these waves look like twice his size. So now imagine me. And I watched Moana. I really enjoyed Moana. I really did. The only time I didn't was the part where she's trying to get off of the island for the first 2 times. And then it's like the waves are crashing down. And I couldn't do it. I was like, no, stop. And yes, I don't like Jaws either. I'm terrified of Jaws. You can have the fear of sea creatures. You can have the fear of jellyfish. You can have the fear of the waves. You can have the fear of the dark abyss. It's called thalassophobia, I think is how you pronounce it. Thalassophobia. And what it is you're just the fear of big body water in the ocean, which I believe I have that because I cannot stand waves. It's where the waves break. You have the waves that are forming, and as soon as they break, that's the scary part. And I was right here as soon as the waves were breaking, and then I was tossing and turning, trying to get air. That's why I don't like the ocean, because I've had multiple experiences with waves where my body turns and twists and gets into the water, and I don't like the feeling of not having control. I have a huge fear of drowning. I cannot stand waves. It's part of the reason for my thalassophobia is waves are absolutely terrifying. I'm not afraid of whales. I'm not afraid of dolphins. Seahorses. I like sea creatures. I think they're interesting. I like going to the aquarium. I can at least go to the aquarium. So it's just a fear of sharks. It's the fear of dying in the ocean that I cannot stand. People say that when you have a phobia of something, it's usually traced back to when you were little, when you were younger. And I think it goes back to the last time that I can remember, it goes back to the moment when I was like 6 or 7. And I was visiting my grandparents. And we went to the ocean. We went to the beach. It wasn't the ocean, it was the beach. I just don't like the beach. I don't like waves of any kind. The wave pool is a big no-no for me because I hate the wave pool. Anything with waves, I have a fear of. We went to the beach and I had a boogie board. I think that's what they're called, the little boogie boards and stuff. I liked the water. I didn't have a problem with, I don't have a problem with water. I have a problem with waves. And I had a little boogie board and I was, And what happened was, I'm like 6 at the time, so I'm tiny. I went on this boogie board, and it had one of those wrist things on it, to where like you put it on your wrist or you put it on your foot, so you don't get, so when you know, it doesn't float away, basically.
I'm sorry! Wilson! Wilson!
I went on this boogie board. A wave broke on me, and I tossed and I turned. What ended up happening was that cord wrapped around my foot, it wrapped around my leg, and the boogie board, because of the waves, kept me down. I didn't drown, luckily, but it kept me down to where I was tossing and turning with this boogie board. I think that's what they're called. Wave board or whatever. And I scraped my head from here to here, all here. I scraped on the surface, and it brought me down, and graphic, it dragged my head along the sand, and a huge blood was dripping down my face when I got out, and it stung, and I cried, and I was like, I'm never getting the water again. Eventually I got into the water again, but I think that was the moment where I started to fear the ocean, fear the waves, and fear the water, because I cannot do that. So just imagine what my grandparents thought when their grandkid comes out of the water with blood dripping down their face, and just like, help me. I mean, it was probably terrifying, and they were so worried. Sand, I don't like. I hate birds. I cannot stand birds. I think birds are like the worst. Birds are awful. Seagulls are awful. Pigeons are awful. I cannot stand birds. You don't know what they're thinking. They want your fucking sandwiches. So just imagine me, a person on the beach who doesn't like sand. It's hot out. I don't like that. The waves are crashing. The ocean's here. And then you got these freaking birds wanting your sandwich. And I'm just like, I'm trying to enjoy something. I have food at least. And here you are, you're like a little beggar, and you're over here. And then like, when you give one a piece, never feed them. But if you give one a piece, they all flock to you, and it's like, oh my God, go away. And you're just trying to enjoy a sandwich while you have this little bird who's just like looking at you. And then you're like, I don't understand why people like the beach. I don't understand why people like the ocean. I don't understand how people can surf. That is what gets me. I've always wanted to learn how to surf, and I've always wanted to get over the fear of the ocean. I've always wanted to get over it. And I want to take lessons. I want to take surfing lessons. I can swim. I used to go to the pool. I like the pool. The pool's fine. Once again, water's not the issue. Waves are, and the abyss, and you don't know what's in the ocean. I can go to the pool just fine. I can swim just fine. I'm sorry about this rant. Like, I'm really sorry about this rant of me. Akari, where's he? Do you see him? What are you doing? Come here. Come here. Hikari's like, what are you doing? Why you? He's like, why you ranting? Don't rant. Only because my mom mentioned it the other day when we went to the beach, of like, why do you hate the beach? And there's multiple. Hikari. So, if you liked this video of me ranting about the ocean and want me to rant about other things, let me know in the comments below. If you have a fear of anything, even if it's hating the ocean, let me know, because I want to make sure I'm not alone. What are you fearful of? What do you not like? He's like slumped down. He's just like, what do you hate? Do you hate the ocean? You've never been to the ocean. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like. Don't do that. I don't know why you would do that. But if you have a fear, please comment down below. I want to read them because I want to make sure that I'm not alone, because sometimes I think I'm crazy for having this fear, but no fear is crazy. I'm still trying to overcome it, so if I ever overcome the fear of the ocean, I'll be sure to let you guys know, and I will probably fail miserably at surfing one day.